Trevor!
Now, that's not a very good... This thing on.
Trevor, we got a situation.
Okay, well, we've got
We got a situation.
Well, what's your situation? We've got a situation as well.
Well, I found Boris. Found Boris in this
That's
room.
good. That's
I
really
opened
good.
the door. He's in here, and
We'll get him out then.
I can't. Well, I got a guy here too. A guy, Red Pants is here, and I got a blaster on him. We ain't done. You wait a minute. I got him.
Yeah,
I got him, Trevor. But Boris.
I've got...
What exactly are you talking about now? Where is my boy? Have you got him or not?
There are
Trevor!
some complications in the mission. The mission is going fine. Trevor, have you got the...
Oh, Trevor, do you copy?
Cleo, yes, but I've got a situation here as well. Look,
A double situation.
Yes, well, I've got some people at gunpoint as well, and...
Oh, you got. What are you using? What do you got? What do you got?
Just my usual pistol.
The plasma barrel, or
Yes, of course. I wouldn't use anything else.
not the slide lock? Are you?
Well, sorry.
I got the custom on it.
Okay, here's the thing.
But Trevor, Boris, he knows these guys.
Look, I'm getting very upset.
Trevor,
with
did
all
you
this.
hear me?
Have you got my boy or not?
We'll call you back. Okay, bye.
Well, that's
Trevor,
Okay, Cleo. We can talk now.
Trevor, I got Boris and a guy, and I got the blaster on the guy, and I got Boris, and I'm in the room, and I went through the door, and I pressed the button, and Boris is in here, and he's putting on red pants just like these people, and he said, and Trevor,
Okay, Cleo, why don't you and Boris and the person you have at gunpoint all come out here to the ship, and we can talk about this, because we just got a call from Boris's dad. Hello and welcome, everybody. We are back with another primary episode of The Backwater Bastards in Space.
Why? My oh my.
And we've got a double situation happening. And speaking of double situations, I've got two people right here in the room with me. We have the lovely, as always, Daniel, aka Dr. Z, the psychic jellyfish.
The circle jelly. I'm here, thank you, and I'm ready to meet this father.
And even lovelier as ever.
Indeed.
It's Tay, aka Cleo, the explosives expert bear.
Who is your daddy?
Leading us as always, it is the affluent, the luxuriant, the rich, the righteous, the showy, and the upholstered. DM Dick Dynamite.
Upholstered. What is up with these thesauruses? There's always one word that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, look, I looked up opulent and upholstered came up, and there's nothing more luxurious.
There's nothing more opulent than an upholstered piece of furniture.
Exactly. So
yeah,
there you go,
especially if you
Dickie.
reupholster it.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's pretty opulent.
But thank you guys.
You're welcome.
I'm actually a bit more de-upholstered at the moment.
Yes, well, the listeners can't see that, but you have shaved your head.
He has shaved his entire. Maybe
You're going for a reupholstering.
Oh, you think I should get like a little?
That's a terrifying thought.
Nah, it looks good.
I saw a
looks good
TikTok
like this.
where they glued a toupee onto a guy's head and how it worked, and it was so scary.
Right.
Anyway, welcome back to the show.
So let's jump right on into it, eh?
Let's get straight into it.
We've got a double situation at present.
We do.
Cleo has entered an old Terran mansion in the uptown section of Midspace Station and found the kidnapped Boris in the middle of getting changed into some Terran finery.
Mm-hmm.
Red pants, red jacket, golden buckles. He claims they're his own clothes.
The boy's a time bomb.
He is.
Meanwhile, Dr. Z has possessed, he's dropped his little jellyfish body onto the back of the neck of
I'm raw dogging it.
a sort of a Terran
Whoa.
fop. A Terran fop.
Careful now.
Also dressed in similar
Feels so
red
good.
red pants, red jacket, gold buckles,
Yeah.
and is boarded a rather opulent
He's
and
docked.
well upholstered Terran ship along with Trevor, where they've taken 2 guards hostage and had a conversation with Boris Jr., aka Boris III's father.
Oh my god.
With minimal trouble, Cleo, along with Boris, are able to herald out the mercenary at gunpoint, back out through the passageway, and around across the yard and up into the starship, which has its ramp handily left open by Z on his way in. Strolling down the corridors, Boris sort of looking about the ship, nodding. He sees one portrait and sort of points it and goes, yeah.
That's my great uncle, you know?
That one?
That's what. And that one. Actually, I think all of them are of my great uncle.
Boris, what is this place?
Well, I think possibly this is my great uncle's ship. That would explain why his portrait is everywhere. Oh, look, there's a little bust of him as well.
Well, why did these people grab you?
Okay, Cleo.
I can't believe you have a goddamn family. You didn't, a secret family.
The thing is, Cleo, me and my family don't always get along very well. So,
Wait, yeah.
I've tried to keep myself out of their hair as best I could, but it seems like maybe they want me in their hair. It's just ironic because given that my great uncle has none hair at all.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he is smooth no, but that's not the point, Boris. I mean, did you know they was gonna come for you?
I'd rather hope that they wouldn't.
I mean, how many people are here?
Well, it's just the 3 that snatched me, Cleo. But, I suspect that somebody from New Terra must have come. Look at this silly guy with us. He's not from home. You're a mid-space criminal, aren't you?
Go on, answer him.
I could be Terran. Oh, you don't know.
Look at how you've laced your shoes.
That ain't desert fashion is the thing.
Nobody from New Terra would lace their shoes like that.
They sure as heck wouldn't. I'm sorry, but that's not it.
What's wrong with my shoes?
Well, I mean, a yag could get right in there. It just ain't safe.
Look, you can hold me at gunpoint, but...
Well, I am. I'm not gonna stop.
Well, yes, I can't stand for all the insulting of my footwear.
Well, I mean, it's a teaching moment.
I can show you afterwards how to do it properly. But
Yeah, come
I
on.
think
We got somewhere to be.
yeah, let's go find Z.
And so,
Poor guy.
I wasn't even expecting to have so much of a corridor, of a moment in this corridor, but like, that was good.
All right, well, the bridge must be right through here. Hello, Z.
Z!
Bloody hell. What happened to you?
I
Wait,
know. I see it as well.
Boris, Cleo, guard. What's going on here?
I found him.
Oh, you have. Wait, Boris, what bloody hell are you wearing? What's that ridiculous red all over you?
He was putting these on.
Z, do you know who that is that you're riding on?
Not really. I kind of just jumped on it and, scared everyone with my terrifying tentacle powers, and I had a bit of a brief conversation with your father, I believe, Boris. But first of all, why are you looking so ridiculous? What happened to the flamboyant get-up that you were wearing that's just been on TV moments ago?
Boris looks down at himself and he's like,
Well, yes, they said I had to wear my own clothes to talk to Daddy.
I can't even process this.
So before we met you, Boris, this is what you used to dress like. I'm starting to think we should just let them take you. If this is how you're going to be parading around on midspace, then, we can't keep you safe, can we?
Look, see, I chose to leave this life behind. I don't want it.
What even is this life?
I don't even feel comfortable being on top of this.
See, that ain't safe.
Cleo,
You don't know where that's been.
I do not. Could I please take my body back?
Come here. I got
All right,
I got it.
All right, well, do we have enough guns to keep one on whoever that is as well?
That's my cousin Simon.
Well, tell Simon to sit down.
As Z takes himself off and breaks the mind hack with Boris's cousin Simon, you now realise.
Simonellian.
Exactly.
Slides back into the honey boy. Simon just collapses in a heap, landing heavily on his ass in the middle of the starship, and then scampering back towards one of the benches, looking horrified.
Oh, now don't do that. Come on.
That was absolutely horrible.
It was all right. I've done it.
I will have vengeance for this indignity that has been thrust upon Boris. Boris, why have you been spending any time at all with these people? I never understand it.
These people.
I take one step towards Simon. Go.
Ah!
I was thinking that.
Hello, Simon. These are my friends. It looks like you don't have any of your friends with you this time. You want to pull down my pants again, Simon? I don't think so.
I was just doing a favor. That's all, just doing a favor for Uncle Boris. Cousin, look, you know me. I'm not here to hurt you. I was just here to take you home.
Nah, I don't think we're doing that.
Boris, are you... Right, Cleo, look, Cleo. Wait, one moment, Boris. Cleo, Trevor, over here. Little bit away. Let's huddle in. Boris, you stay over there.
Oh, that's a bit... You look really ridiculous, Simon. What happened to your hair?
Right, Z, what?
Pains me to say this, but I once saw an advert where they had some of those cute creatures on it, and it said, if you really love something, it'll come to you. And so then they put these lovely treats into a bowl, and the creatures came over and ate from the bowl, and it was a very happy moment for the family.
Now, Z.
Well, I don't have any Boris treats on me at the moment, Z.
Right, well, I was hoping Cleo might have some Boris treats.
Z. I know that we all come from different lives.
Yes, you
But,
come from a dry
if I catch something
place.
good, I ain't never letting it out.
Right. Okay, so you're
I'm
voting
not-
for keeping Boris.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know if you got something nice, somebody is looking to has it. And that's just how it is.
They're trying to kidnap him, then they don't deserve him, Z.
Well,
Isn't
I
that
want to
what we're
suggest
trying
that
to
we
do?
see what Boris wants to do, because I think that if you've got something nice and then you hold on to it too tight,
Then
it
it's
becomes
yours
something-
more.
it stops being nice. It starts being a bit
it's
of
more
a...
yours.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, are you
Well-
gonna let me hold your things at home and the collectible?
no, because then it stops being nice.
Because I think we should just put him in the middle, see who he wants to kiss.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, but we need to put some snacks in a bowl, because that's what was on the advert.
Okay, I got something.
All right, good.
Okay, I do have a...
Simon, get us a bowl. Simon, bowl.
We
Bowl,
don't have-
Simon.
I don't know any of those things are
Well, then
kept.
come over here and put your hands in a shape.
Okay, it's just stay out of my mind. As Simon sort of scrambles over and holds his hands out pathetically in a bowl. Boris standing over him, cackling.
All right, I'm going to add in one of my favorite sauce packets. Here we are. Look, Simon, please tighten those fingers. I don't want the sauce dripping through to the ground.
Oh, really? This is
No, that
this
is
is revolting.
That is a good one. That is
Why?
a good one.
Look, you can take Boris and just get off the ship, and we can pretend none of this happened.
Hey, now, that ain't right. We gotta do this above board, and what has it? You hold still.
Cleo is gonna drop a grenade into his ketchup hands.
Oh, that is an excellent present there.
I thought so. I think he would really...
I think that's a pretty good spread so far.
Isn't it a little bit confusing? Because if Simon here is holding them, won't Boris be inclined to go towards
That's not what happens.
him?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, okay, no, you do have a point there.
Z, you want I should go over there and scrape the gift into my hand?
Right, I think that does make sense,
All right.
actually.
We have a plan here. Be
Please
quiet.
just make it end.
I am here to end it.
And Cleo's gonna like start scraping what is inside Simon's hands into her hands, and is then gonna like quickly once over the ketchup off of Simon's hands by means of.
Meanwhile,
we had to
Boris-
put it somewhere.
Boris is just sort of standing there looking from one person to the next, completely baffled by what's going on.
Is everybody okay?
Yes, Boris, we're doing this for you. We're going to help you by letting you... Trevor, just add your thing so it makes sense.
All right. I've got this here, Boris. I was going to give it to you much later. But,
Are they in love?
it's,
Yeah.
I know how you like, rare and strange seeds, and,
Oh no.
well, this
Oh, no.
comes from Thursnare. It's not going to grow into any sort of, well...
God damn it, Trevor.
It's not going to grow into the sort of monster that will kill all of us. It does actually grow into a sort of monster, though. But I was going to explain it all. I was going to explain it all sort of later on. But hold that. Just don't squish it, Cleo.
Bloody hell, Trevor.
Wait, this is...
You just,
I've been hurt by a seed before.
I can't believe you just put a fully loaded seed into Cleo's hands. That's ridiculous.
What if it gets strong off of the ketchup?
It's all right. They only get a couple feet high, and they can maybe they could eat
Go
bait.
off at any
Is
moment.
it going to get feet high? Is it going to do it right now on me?
Grow into Cleo, Trevor.
I've had such a hard day.
There's no way it would be out. Like its jaws are only about this big. It couldn't even eat you.
Whose jaws, Trevor?
Well, I thought Boris would enjoy it.
Yes, well, maybe you need to also think about Cleo's hands. Now poor Cleo's holding a lovely grenade and a packet of sauce and a dangerous seed.
Look, none of this was my idea, okay? I was going to give it to him for his birthday.
I'm really going to need a pancake after this.
Yes. All right, Boris, I think this should make sense now.
Are these a gifts for me?
Boris.
Boris, sort of
Cleo is
baffled,
gonna like kind of shake the hands a little bit, and like
it was sort of trots
Ooh.
over, sort of looking. It's like,
Oh yes, it is very It's very nice. Especially the seed, Trevor. I've read about these before. You know, I do try and keep a little bit abreast about the affairs and the flora and fauna of the colonies, even though not quite as interesting as the ones we have at home. But no, it's some sauce there.
Yes, Boris, that's some sauce if you'd like it.
I like it.
Well?
I do like to have some sauce sometimes.
Everyone likes a little bit of sauce, Boris.
It's true. It's true. I know that's true. What, do you like it?
What's this?
Boris, do you like these things?
What's it? They're fine, guys.
Is this enough?
Well, you don't have to give me anything.
We bring them.
You don't have to give me anything. You're my friends.
Yes, but does this mean that if you don't take these, you're going to leave?
Well, no, I will take them then. I'll take them.
Oh,
and Boris sort of starts stuffing the seed, the grenade, a handful of sauce into his jacket pocket, totally smearing his finery with a medley of sauces.
oh my god.
Okay, I don't want to go back to New Terra, guys. Maybe I need to explain myself a little bit more, but you see, my father, my daddy wanted me to follow in the family business, and I couldn't
What
do
is
that.
the family business? Making those red pants?
No, you've not heard of the Hazel-Film fortunes?
Boris, what are you talking about? Simon, do you know what he's talking about?
Our family, the biggest mass producers of Terran weaponry.
What?
Surely you know this. All the military contracts, all the starships, all the weapons. It's all BJ.
Boris is Raytheon. Are you kidding me?
Boris is fucking the big old fucking military contract family.
That's why Boris got the best training money could buy. That's why he's such a marvelous engineer.
Oh my god, Boris went to MIT. His family is Tony Stark. I was about ready to jet out of here, but Dick has roped me back in and I'm a little interested.
Now you want to go meet the family, try and get some weapons?
Oh my god, this is terrible. This is terrible. I am being conflicted in this moment.
You want to benefit from some nepotism right at the moment. You're like,
Kind
can
of.
I get a little bit of nepotism?
Because think of how many times in our lives we've gotten to benefit from nepotism, and it's like not that much.
Yeah. I was about to say, like...
I don't do that, Simon. I don't want to make things that hurting people. At least, not many. Maybe just a few. Maybe sometimes I'll make one for Cleo, but...
You gotta backtrack there. I got you.
Well, I don't want to make things that hurt entire planets of people.
Bloody type of operation are you running over there, Simon?
What? It's completely confidential. I couldn't tell you even if I knew.
Simon, are you a planet killer?
But there might be several things in production.
Right, alright, come here, Simon.
What
If you're
an
going to tell
absolute
me,
piece
I
of
will
shit.
be able to figure it out myself again. Come on!
No, please.
Okay, should I roll a hacking thing?
Yeah, let's get it.
Oh.
Biohack.
It's a 15 plus 5 and a 9.
Well, that's good
29.
enough. It's a 9 that's been given a plus 5 by that 20, so it becomes a 14.
Oh.
So as Z pops back out of the honey boy straight back onto poor Simon's head, he gets his little tendrils back in there and takes over his brain once more. Simon sort of freaking out and skidding across the floor, but pausing and freezing and taking on a much more Z-like demeanor.
Z, what are you finding in there?
Well, this fellow's mind is quite shallow, Boris, unlike yours, which is too deep, I think. Well, it appears that Simon here has spent his entire life given busy work, possibly just been moved around from management position to management position,
Oh,
but without any real substance or anything. He is not lying when he says he doesn't know anything, though. Boris, your cousin here, is a bit of a doorknob.
2 biscuits short of a tube.
Well, yes, but I mean, I think my great uncle likes him.
For his personality.
Yes, and that is why Simon's been given so many of these dead-end jobs. Look, I'm going to come out of here now, but one other thing I find here spinning around, Boris, is, well, they're your cousins. They pulled down your pants a lot because they were jealous.
What? That's pretty strange. See, because I was always very jealous of them. They seem to do a lot better with other people.
Well, that's all I can gather from this bit of a dimwit Simon here. All right, release Simon back.
Ah, you're telling the truth. You don't know anything.
Please, not again. I can't take it a third time. So, you know everything you need to know, right? You can, Boris, I'll tell your father whatever it is that you people need me to tell your father, and well, if anybody else comes looking for you, it won't be me. I can promise you that much.
Boris, how about this? How about we join you to go meet your father? If they're going to keep sending people to steal you away in the middle of the night, or day, or whenever it was, well then, we'll just join you. We'll be your bodyguards.
Well, you think it's safe for you to go back to New Terra though after all the things with Zarg Moon and stuff?
Yeah, well,
Well, we could probably go in disguise or something, couldn't we?
they won't remember me.
I mean, if we come in here on Samson's ship, then we'll be fine.
Okay, how about this? You there, guards. We're going to get rid of you.
I've got
What?
no
Before you go,
problems here.
strip down. Leave your uniforms and your weapons. We'll need those.
Seriously?
No, we only need one for Trevor and a few headbands and whatnot for Cleo.
Alright, but
You think I can fit into those pants?
I'm sure we could make something with them that would fit onto your body.
Let me sit. Turn around.
alright, but You understand that they're not really uniforms. These are just my clothes. Like,
I mean, I like them.
Well, we can't be walking around in our clothes.
I do like them.
Everyone's been seeing us on TV for the last few weeks. Just get naked and get out.
okay, well, fellas, which one of us is good? Because you know that I got that thing, and I really can't be me. So it's really.
I'm sorry.
I think we've got to flip a coin. It's got to be one of
No,
you
wait,
two.
what thing? You got a secret horn?
This is nothing like that. Just forget I said anything. It's
You got
just
a nice tattoo?
look, I really would prefer not to be.
You got a biomod? Just let me see. You can keep your clothes, but what is it?
Listen. There's someone in this neighborhood that I have been sort of seeing on and off a little bit, and if they were to see me marching down the street in my underwear, it would be very embarrassing for me personally. And
You got a
I know
person?
that's-
You got a person friend?
well, yeah. I know this is none of your problems, but
Well, I mean, it might be. It
You
could
gotta
become.
sort-
It could
well,
become
well,
our problem.
we kidnapped your mate, yeah, but we did it for money. You gotta understand that.
Well, we're doing this mainly because we're interested.
Yes. I must say, interest has been piqued. Boris, you can't be going around anymore lying about family that you didn't mention you had.
Well, I didn't lie. I just didn't talk about them much because I don't like them very much, see?
Right. Okay, now, come on. Which one of you's giving us your clothes? Jackets, pants, headbands.
Okay. Look, I'll take one for the team. Here you go. This is. Well, also, we're not getting paid enough for this. Simon,
I bet you ain't.
are a hecking bastard.
You better raise your rates. Let this be a lesson to yous.
Right, so we just go? We can just walk out of here?
Get out of
Yes,
here.
go on, get out of here.
Okay, we're going. And, I've seen you lot on the TV. I think you're great. Just had to let you know that. Bye.
Oh, bye. What's he talking about? The TV.
As the mercenaries leave, and Simon is now very much all alone, surrounded by enemies.
I love that for him.
You now have dominion over this ship as the mercenaries. So you hear them go out and leave the property altogether, laughing at their half-naked friend. So after a brief moment of sort of checking out the place, Cleo finds the food replicators. Trevor familiarizes himself with the pilot's cockpit, and Boris manages to find a lovely set of red and gold handcuffs to keep to keep Simon just locked to a chair to one side.
Brilliant.
And you get yourselves all sort of set up in this ship.
I imagine them being furry. I just do. Just imagine them being a little bit
They got
soft.
like nice soft red fur on the inside.
Exactly, yeah.
They're gold with red trim.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow. That's very Iron Man.
Yeah, gold and red.
It's...
Colors of this family. I didn't do that on purpose, but it is very Iron Man, isn't it? And eventually you all gather in the cockpit, snacks ready, the ship examined, and take off and leave mid-space behind. Firing up the warp drive. It's the smoothest warp drive you've ever fired up as well. You can see Trevor is trying not to look too pleased with himself to be flying like, because it is quite a ridiculous interior. The ship has got a lot of very Terran trimmings, and even from the outside it's a bit much, but it flies magnificently. So as you launch into warp speed, it's just effortless, just like this. Off you go and start making your way back into Terran space.
So, Boris, this father of yours, is this going to be a big thing?
These crisps ain't bad.
Are we going to need to, defend you from other angry cousins?
I don't think any of them would hurt me, but I think we do need to be very careful about this because my daddy's got a bit of a short temper sometimes, and he does have a lot of very experimental weapons at his constant disposal. I saw him. He likes to joke about it, but it's not very funny, really. But he disintegrated one of his rivals one time, and
Bloody heck.
and that was just with like the button on his shirt, I think.
The whole thing?
Well, that's the way he tells it, but one of my cousins was there, and she said that actually it just sort of disintegrated one half of them, and then the other half just sort of fell on the floor and bled. But it's still pretty scary.
Yes.
Cleo just like does like a side eye over the bag of crisps at Z, like, what?
Okay, Boris. So, right. Yes.
So, I don't want to sound like a coward, but I'm frightened about confronting Boris's dad head on. This doesn't sound like a good idea anymore.
Yeah. Should we just turn around?
Wait.
What is it, Cleo?
Sorry. I just let me get the rest. I'm down to the shards.
Right. Yes, the dust.
And it's hard. It's real hard to get them out because I can't fit my head in the bag. But if I put them into my hand, like, gets in the hair.
Yeah, if I just I could rip it open and we put it on the table, like flatten it out like this, and then you can just there you go. Then you can get them all.
Okay. Thank you, Boris. I couldn't think. I wasn't myself. It's been so long since I had to pack it.
So, Boris, let me get this straight. You're an heir to the military industrial complex. You're also like your father's secret weapon. You know how to make something that they need to get you back. And, well, shouldn't you have like a whole lot of money and really fancy weapons for us as well? Have you been holding out on us, Boris?
Good point, Trevor. Boris, I don't even think you've been paying rent.
Well, there's a thing about that. Is, yes, I did used to receive a very handsome spending allowance from my daddy, but when I went to go and work at the spaceport, I said to him, Daddy, I don't want any more of your money, because I don't need it, because I've got a job. And, well, then he stopped giving me the money, which was what I asked for, and I had to move into a much smaller flat than I thought I could afford. And, I did that for a little while, and then I met you.
Wait, I didn't even say what I was gonna say. It wasn't just the crisps. I was thinking is maybe, like, well, they know where Boris lives now. We finally got a home. We ain't never had a home before, other than recent, and now they know, and we can't move. Well, we gotta go see him.
Yes, you are right, Cleo. This isn't going to go away.
We gotta tell him to heck off, and then, after we tell him to heck off, maybe we could get a couple things.
Yes, we do a little bit of shopping on the way home, duty free, as it were.
But maybe we can get them for free.
Heck, I mean, you've got a point, I guess. If we don't go confront him now...
From Daddy.
He's just going to come after us, isn't he? And he'll send much more... I don't know, there'll be 5 cousins or something.
What if Daddy wants to sponsor us?
We've already got a sponsor. We've got Keen.
Yeah, but...
And we've got K2K2 riding on some of these guns.
I don't think my daddy would really want to give us much of anything unless we wanted to buy in very, very big numbers. That's what he's always said, that there's no point creating a consumer-grade weapon when you only sell a few units. But what you really got to do, you've got to make the cheapest, most cost-effective way to kill as many people as possible, and then you just sell that to the Emperor.
Oh, Boris.
All right,
okay,
I might be going back on this. I don't know if I won't.
Okay.
Why are we doing this again? I don't know if we're going to be friends.
Said, we're going to do this because otherwise Boris is going to have to leave. But if Boris stays, then we can't have our house constantly visited upon by thieves in the night.
So we're just going to fight him then.
Oh, we are going to have a strong word with Boris's father about Boris coming over and spending a few more nights at ours.
So we're going to yell.
Perhaps.
All right.
Okay, but we should probably work out where we're going to meet him, because if we meet my daddy at the office, there will be a lot of guards with weapons. And if we meet Daddy at the manor house, there will be also a lot of guards with weapons.
Right.
But
Okay.
what if we could get Daddy to come meet us somewhere where there isn't a lot of weapons and guards?
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
Fat Beast.
I think my daddy would refuse to come to Fat Beast, Cleo.
What?
What about a casino?
Yes, I suppose he would come to the casino, but what? Do you want to do some gambling as well, say?
No, but it will be a public spot. Can't have too many guards doing open firing in a casino, can you? We'd be able to, blend in, I guess?
And we could place a few bets.
We
as
place
well.
a few bets, of course, but not too many, just leave with more than we spend.
Well, yes, hopefully. That's the point, isn't it? You just keep betting until you win big. That's what I've always said.
Yes, and then as soon as you've got more than you put in, you leave.
Of course, yes. So you just have to keep putting it in until you beat the amount that you always win eventually, don't you?
I've heard about this, and you know what I know? It's possible to clean out the whole place. I think it's called... What's it? Boris, what's it? The apartment. The apartment always never wins.
I don't really know, Cleo, but I think Trevor is quite good at this sort of thing, so we could let him be in charge of the betting. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Trevor doesn't know about money.
Well, I'm the only one of us that doesn't spend it on ridiculous things.
That is categorically a bullshit.
I don't want to make any fuss, but
Simon, hell.
when we do get to New Terra, my grandfather would be very upset if we were not to return his ship to him. So of course, perhaps when you meet up with BJ, then I could just take the ship back to my grandfather, and everything would be fine, wouldn't it? Fine and dandy. I'm sure you could find.
Probably wouldn't be fine.
No, Simon, I'm afraid we're going to need to use the ship. We'll get you a taxi, and we will message you when you can pick up the ship from mid-space again. We are going to need it to get back.
Back at mid-space.
Yep.
Drat. I hate that place.
Simon,
What?
you're going to need to tone it down over there because I'm getting a little bit angsty.
It's fine. I will come pick it up from mid-space when you are done with the ship. That's fine. My grandfather, I'm sure he'll be
Thank you very much, Simon. All right, yes.
You really ain't a pleasant individual.
All right, now, Boris, we'll send a message to your father, letting him know that he can meet us at... Okay, let's pull up a map. Look for some of the highest quality casinos in the area.
I'll roll a hacking.
You could do that.
Oh, look, I rolled
He's rolled
a
nat 20.
Not a nat 20, but I've rolled a 20 for trying to find a good casino. And in orbit as well. I'd like to find like a casino in orbit.
So Z, firing up the thing and hacking into some open Terran advertisement networks to try and find out just what sort of casinos around New Terra he could find. He spots something very interesting. A hotel and casino called the Imperial Suites that is in low orbit around New Terra. It's exactly the sort of place where you could meet someone without them being able to take an entire private army with them.
Perfect. Right,
They got a buffet?
Now, what about this place? Imperial Suites. Low Earth orbit. No,
Low Terra orbit. Blah, blah. Low
Orbit?
Terra orbit. Fuck. Now this sounds weird.
low Terra orbit, and quite high rating.
But
Look at
what
that.
about Buffett? What about Buffett's?
Cleo, they have an entire deck devoted to buffets.
What's their maximum payout, Z?
Why is he saying it like that? Buffett.
Maximum payout is, I'm going to roll a D100.
85
85?
Billion.
trillion.
Oh, yes, trillion.
Trillion.
Imagine that, 85 trillion. You could buy a lot of ships with that.
I think you'd be able to finance your own personal army with 85 trillion, possibly buy several planets worth.
I don't know. That's about an entire army, but
Well, Boris, it sounds like you would know.
what's that? I mean, it's not. It's quite a big number, but it's not that. It's not that much money, is it? Really, when they're looking at private armies and that sort of thing.
Boris, I hope your father isn't bringing an army worth more than that.
Well, that's why we meet in the casino, right? It'll be fine. If he thinks he's just meeting me and Simon, then he'll only bring a few guards.
Okay.
This is going to be fine.
This is going to be fine. Right, okay.
This is probably going to be fine.
Yes, nervous. Right, and how long do you need with your father there, Boris, to be able to say, hey, father, leave me alone, back off, let me live my life?
What about that, but do you think maybe one of you could say it for me, and I will just stand there and nod, because I'm not very good at talking to Daddy about this sort of thing. Last time he convinced me to take another job with him, and...
Whoa, hold up. Boris, if we do this, you're gonna have to stand strong.
Yes, okay, well, maybe I need to go and practice in the mirror a little bit, I'm just gonna be in the bathroom. Nobody come in.
As Boris races off to one of the many bathrooms on this ship.
Okay, now that he's gone, what the bloody heck are we going to do?
I'm just worried about a few things.
Right, well, we've got a little bit of time to travel. What, care to bring them up, Cleo?
You want to know them?
We'll start with the biggest problem, and then we'll work our way from that.
Well, I don't feel like we have the right outfit to meet, whoever Boris's daddy is.
Do you think we need to look a little bit fancier? I mean, we are going to quite a fancy casino.
That's kind of what I meant, and I'm feeling awful nude about it.
The disguise that we stole for me from those mercenaries, I don't really even want to try it on. It's got cookie crumbs all over it.
No, now that I see it...
Crumbs.
Now that I see it on the ground, I do think, no, we're definitely incinerating that. That is,
There's a stain on the...
Look, that was me. That was a bad idea. In fact, let's just push that out in the airlock right now. That is
It's just that I don't know that we're velvet enough.
Well...
Our pants ain't red enough. I'm not sure. I just feel...
Trevor, I've got this. Cleo, I need to show you something on the TV. Let's just once more watch this.
Played in mid-space.
Cartoons?
Mid-space news thing where they talk about looking the fashions, the setting the world on fire. They're all looking amazing. People dressed up about us and stuff.
It's like, Cleo, less than 24 hours ago, we were on the bloody news.
Yeah, I guess we was.
I mean, if we could just clean everything up a little bit, put on all the keenware.
We go in as ourselves.
Okay, well, we could at least sort of, brush Cleo's fur a little bit or something.
Can we get jewelry?
What?
I just seen it on everybody, and we ain't got that.
Well, no, I mean, I thought we were more of a sort of a utilitarian, tactical kind of, that was the sort of aesthetic. I mean,
yeah, but...
I had one of my ears pierced. I'd probably still fit an earring in there if I push it really hard.
Can I roll to look through Cleo's bucket of goods to try and make an improvised necklace of bits for Cleo?
Yes.
I don't see any reason why you couldn't.
I agree to this. Probably like a D100. Or
that's how that box works.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've rolled a D100 and got a 20.
So you're able to build a necklace out of these bits. Is he digging around? But the bits you find aren't necessarily like you've been like looking for shiny.
Yeah, duh. What do you think?
You get a bit of cable and you start threading it through shiny things. So there's a bunch of old-fashioned keys jangling at one point.
Okay.
There's what seems to be sort of half of some sort of ceramic egg.
Okay.
It had a nifty hole in it, so you just thread that through.
Yeah, okay. Like the top of a teapot or something like that?
Yeah, sort of like a shiny, has gold trim looking ceramic egg kind of thing.
All right.
It has got little patterns, drawn in with a very...
One of those, golden name cutout necklace charms that just says, Derek.
A little charm that says Derek.
Right.
And just a few particularly shiny washes that look like they could be jewelry, even though they probably just, came off a bolt.
Wait, is it like a couple watches?
Washes.
Oh.
A couple watches. There's like a Casio hanging off it as well.
I was about to be like, can you imagine this weird cable necklace with 5 watches threaded onto it? I'm like, that's bad as hell.
Do you want to just change it to watches?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Z starts
I think
rummaging.
we can keep this whole evolution because this is it.
Z keeps rummaging through that and he starts finding quite a few shiny watches, like old-fashioned metallic watches, which he starts threading until he's got about 5 watches on
Yes.
here.
Nice.
The necklace is full by that point.
Cleo, would you mind staying still for a bit? I'm just gonna hover up.
Oh.
Close your eyes.
All right,
Wrap my arms around Cleo and tie the necklace on at the back, clamping it shut.
Are you shaving the back of my neck again?
No, not this time, Cleo.
'Cause you can get through the fur. You don't got to do all that.
Well, actually, I've matted it in, so it's definitely safe.
All right.
I'll lean back, I'll hold up a little mirror.
Now, open your eyes, Cleo.
Okay. Wow. Oh, hell dang crap.
Yes,
That's fine.
that's fine as heck.
That's fine. Imagine walking in
To that establishment.
and somebody says, "What is that ticking noise?"
And it will be you, Cleo.
And it could be this or a grenade that I have attached a timer to.
Keeping them on their toes.
And nobody would ever know.
That's gonna frighten some people, Cleo.
God, I hope so. That's what beauty is. Fear.
Probably. Probably some truth.
I mean,
I
that
want to
feels-
smell them when
that
I
feels
walk
like something
in.
Keen might say.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I got it.
Anyway, that was my primary concern, and my secondary concern was what if we back up Boris and he folds like a beach chair?
Well, then we grab him and we drag him home with us anyway, right?
I am not going to steal Boris.
Okay, but what if we put a chip in him?
What?
It's just an idea.
We will not be chipping Boris.
Okay. Hear me out. What if Boris does fold, but we can tell that he really doesn't want to. He's just being dominated by his father. What if we just quietly slip around, just put one between his eyes? Not Boris, his dad.
What the look?
Why
Well,
was that
if-
so sexy?
If we just end this problem here and now, then Boris can come back with us on
I
his
don't
own
think
terms.
Boris is going to appreciate us killing his father.
I don't think we can kill him in the casino is the thing. I mean, I think, like, if we was going to do that, we'd have to be outside. I think there's going to be...
I may just be a jelly who gets familial ideas from a glorious documentary about cats running towards bowls of nice treats. But I don't think any of this is how it's done.
Okay, well, why don't we make sure that Boris doesn't fold then? Why don't we, if we help him?
We are helping him by taking him and going along with him.
Okay, well that does take us back into a very perilous situation of Boris making the wrong choice.
Trevor, what is the wrong choice for you?
Well, if he goes back with his dad, then whatever terrifying and amazing weapons are in that strange little mind of his, we'll be going to the Terrans instead of to us.
Wait, you're more concerned about the weapons than Boris?
Boy, I mean, I want to keep him as well, but
Oh my god.
I mean, we need to look at this with with wider eyes now that we know the truth, don't we?
Well, I'm mainly worried about Boris. Like, if something messes us up and he don't come home with us.
Well, that's going to be up to Boris.
But he already warned us that he was bad at this.
Heck.
This is just like when I told Jews. I didn't think I was going to be able to climb out of that hole, and you made me get in there anyway.
Well, there we go. An uplifting story of how you did it. I think we can all have a little bit more faith in Boris and enjoy ourselves at the casino.
At the buffet.
Yes, we will hit the buffet.
All right.
If it all falls apart, though, I mean, plan B, a blaster between the eyes, it's always an option.
Do not kill Boris's father.
Fine. But we are kind of at war, you know, so it probably wouldn't really be a murder.
But I don't think we'll ever get Boris back if we kill his father.
No, I guess you're probably right. There's some sort of kinship there, isn't there? And
Trevor, you just mind your business.
Greetings, adventurers. Today we're excited to introduce you to a new story. Dark Dice, a horror podcast that blurs the line between actual play and audio drama, where the story is determined by the roll of the dice. 6 adventurers embark on a journey into the ruinous domain of the Nameless God. They will never be the same again. One of the players is not what they seem after a doppelganger, a creature that can assume the form and voice of whatever it kills, infiltrates the team. As the players are picked off and replaced one at a time, can they figure out who the monster is before it's too late? Can you? Here's a quick example of what our show sounds like.
The shambler with the jar of liquid inside of him.
Soren Arkwright let loose an arrow that cracked the glass, passing through the spine of the creature. The shambler still managed to maintain its forward momentum, but stumbled as it eagerly tried to bite and swipe at Soren, landing near his feet. As Jeff Goldblum has now joined our cast, Dark Dice is available however you listen to podcasts.
Tiny logistics bit before we land, though. Cleo and I take flank with Boris. Trevor, perhaps you could also keep an eye or find a good lookout spot and be almost a sniper in the wings.
Well, yes, what I was thinking I might do is I find the machine that hasn't paid out for quite a long time, that also works as a lookout spot.
Right.
And I could obviously I'll have one eye on what's going on at all times.
Yes.
And the other eye, I would be pretending to be completely engrossed in the gambling, so that no one would ever suspect that I'm actually there, ready to take the shot right between the eyes.
No shot between the eyes. No shot between the eyes.
Right. But maybe just a disarming shot.
Disarming shot could work. Yes.
A kneecap.
No.
Boris wouldn't be upset about that, surely.
I think Boris may be upset about a kneecap. Now, are you planning to strike gold as a distracting moment?
Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? Tell you what if I do strike gold at some point, and we just make that the moment? That would be, I'll yell out something, like a secret code, like jackpot, or I won. I'll yell out something like that.
And that will mean?
That's when we make our move.
And what's the move?
Right. Yes, we need moves as well.
You mean like party pose?
Well, I'm sure it will come to us.
I don't want to. Daddy, I don't. Daddy, I want to go live with my friends. Daddy, stop sending people that. Father, I'm not like you. Oh, hello. I think I know maybe some of what I'm going to say. But the problem was, when I was looking at myself in the mirror, I didn't find myself to be quite as intimidating as Daddy. So, I was wondering if anybody could perhaps give me, some sort of frightening, mustache or something that I could wear when I look in the mirror.
I got that. I'm gonna rip a chunk of hair out of myself. Anybody got?
It's gonna smell so bad.
Anybody got paste? Or like some eyelashes glue or?
Of course, I've got the contact glue right here.
All right, but you know how that works, right? You know you got to do a thin layer. You got to wait till they're tacky. You got to press them with your little fingers. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay, what?
Then it's ready. And once you stick them together, we got to press real hard, and it ain't never going to come off then, if that's what you want to use.
Okay, yeah, but it's the... there she goes. I think it's...
you better keep your mouth open there, because if it cures over your mouth... yeah, I think you got some in there, and you should... And I warned you. That ain't nice, and it's going to get real rubbery. So, now I did warn you. About that. And I'm sorry, and you should not swallow that. So hold it in your mouth until we can get it out. You really can't. If you swallow that, you think it's sealed up your front, you wait till it gets to your back. No, that looks real good.
All right, so the Imperial Suites. How do we make the meeting? How do we arrange it?
Well, we'll book ourselves in the biggest table. We'll wait,
Well, I mean, with Boris's dad, like, we hung up on him.
Oh,
He doesn't even know we're coming.
yeah, we'll send a text. Bad connection. Bringing in the payload. We'll do the drop-off at the Imperial Suites. Floor 2, big table, all on red.
Oh, hang on. One more thing. And Trevor sidles in next to Z and types in one last word. From Simon.
Yeah. Simon's just watching, just like...
All right, I think that's ready to send now there, Z.
All right. We'll fire that off.
So as you send off the text, and off it goes, you see this message delivered, read. The communicator starts ringing again.
Oh,
He's an old guy. He doesn't understand texting. He wants to, respond to it with a face-to-face. But
I'm going through a tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, space tunnel, wormhole.
Bye.
Just ignoring the call and then doing the occasional hang up.
press hang up every now and then.
Yeah.
I've done that in real life. It works.
All right, so we can just leave you pressing that button then, I guess, Z. All right, then, Boris's moustache looks... Well, I mean, if he was trying to be frightening, he's achieved that much.
You have to describe, please, how this mustache looks.
So Boris, sort of looking up, tugging on the moustache, which is finally glued to his upper lip. It's a bit patchy. It does look like a whole bunch of fur has been just glued to his upper lip. Kind of patchy, it kind of goes over the edges a bit much, but he does look a bit more gruff. It's the wrong color for his hair, but...
Thank you, Cleo. I think I'm just going to practice in the mirror some more, and
That looks real nice, Boris.
and then I'll have to work out how I'm going to save.
If it feels like it's too long, you can just eat some of the bottom off. I think that's how you trim them. I heard something about it.
Okay.
It's so unpleasant.
I've got a furball.
That'll just clean you right out. That's good for you.
Okay. Now, I don't want to alarm any of you, but I've been reading what they say about the casino. Good news is the 84 trillion payout, that is real. That's we could win that. They say right there that anybody could be a winner. So that's good. It does also say that they check weapons at the door.
What do you reckon we gonna do? Hide 'em?
Well, I mean, this is a pretty fancy casino, Cleo. Don't you think they'll have sensors for that sort of thing?
Wait, I got it. All right, back on dice. If we were on a heist, we were getting a good get for bringing in. You know how it is. And we were sneaking real good into a Terran factory. And the thing is, they had sensors too, and I bet these is the same. And the only way in was to take your shit apart and hide it. And those damn Terrans, well, they were not even the wisest. You take a gun apart, don't know what it is. Might as well be a paperweight, maybe a keychain, just a shiny rock.
And you're confident that you can put them back together again, Cleo? Because I'm quite attached to this one.
You want to say that to me again?
Right, no, okay. And then if you find any trouble with, or maybe you've got too many that you have to do, I could probably get Boris to put mine together anyway. So if your hands are full, so
Trevor.
yes, there's no problems at all, Cleo. Between the two of you, we've definitely got it covered.
Trevor, you can do your one on your own. We'll see how it goes. Trevor's one is not going to go through. It's disassembly time.
So as Trevor continues to fly you towards the casino that orbits New Terra, you all lay out your weapons on the table, and Cleo
starts Legoing.
Starts Legoing. Just takes them apart. She's making sure she's getting...
Seams that you didn't even know was there.
Oh yeah, I mean, as with Dias, like the key thing is to get the power source away from the energy projection. Because as long as those two parts are far away from one another, perhaps even spread onto different bodies as they were back on Dias, then the sensors just have no way of identifying these things as being weapons. And Cleo, if nothing else, she understands the relationship between power source and energy projector. That's basically what a bomb is.
Everything's a bomb if you're brave enough.
And so, as you journey in, weapons disassembled, spread out into two different piles. Like these things have to be with some of us, and these ones have to be with others of us, and that way we get through. And everyone starts getting ready. Boris has been holed up in the bathroom this whole time, but you do every now and then you hear him raise his voice, and so he's shouting something at the mirror.
He's battling.
Simon tries a couple more times to lighten his involvement in this whole thing, to try and suggest that perhaps, like, he's sort of on your side and he just wants to make sure his grandfather gets his ship back and everything's going to be fine, which is basically ignored and rebuked throughout the journey.
God, I hate Simon so much.
And finally, you come out of warp speed and you see racing up in front of you the familiar sight of New Terra, that blue and green planet reflecting the light of its own star.
Oh.
And around it, bustling space trade. There are space stations, satellites galore. There are ships going in and out. This is a major city planet. And as Travis pulls you around, you see it, the Imperial Suites. And it is a satellite building, effectively.
Heck.
It rotates, spinning around. It has positioned so that its artificial gravity is pointing away from New Terra. So if you were to be standing within the biodome that the building inhabits and looked up, you would see the planet up above you as your sky. It's a tall, opulent, silvery tower. Tower after tower, in fact, almost looks like some sort of pipe organ. That swings around in a semicircular fashion and then has just a big neon sign, Imperial Suites. Heck.
Damn. Well, about to tear this Buffett up.
Z, Cleo, you're gonna have to give me some credits because my disguise as a gambler needs to look accurate.
Right, okay, that is...
I think I need to be a high roller.
Okay, yes, well...
And then Boris drops a stack down.
Yeah.
You mean like theft?
Simon, hand over your wallet.
All right.
Okay, and PIN code?
I don't use a code. I just need my fingerprint on the... Look, there we go, it's unlocked.
All right, now.
You happy? You're just no better than common thieves at this point, are you? Take it. It's a gift. You're not thieves. I'm giving this money charitably to friends of my cousin. I'm just going to sit back down if that's okay.
Well, there's actually quite a bit of money. Look at this. Oh, and good for you, Simon.
Yes, good for you.
Good for him.
Come over here now. Hands forward. Just make sure that's locked up. And just
Yeah, we
tie
ain't
you
taking
up.
no chances.
Surely it doesn't have to be quite as tight as all that.
Oh no, it
Going
could be a little
anywhere.
bit tighter, that's right, yes.
Could be. Good call on that.
Yes, thank you very much, Simon. Very helpful. Now, your feet, do you tend to move around much?
How many feet?
No. I can't move anymore.
Well, he ain't gonna move after this, that's for damn
All
sure.
right, yes, okay, there you go. Cleo's got your feet.
I'm kicking.
No, that's even tighter.
Listen here.
I'm going to get pins and needles, and it's going to be all of your heads.
Well, if it happens, you just go limp and then snap right back up.
Is that how you do it?
I don't know, I made that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just rub it and flex your fingers and stuff.
Nah, it makes. Oh, I mean, it does make it go away, but you have to go through that like half a second,
It's
half
still
a minute
hell.
of like.
It's still hell.
Yeah.
It's just
That's it.
it's just blood.
It's hell.
Blood getting back where it belongs.
Well, it's terrible, and I hate it.
Boris, you in there? Boris.
Yes, see, I'm just finishing saving.
What?
What?
I'm saving.
What are you shaving in there? Boris, open up. Boris, open the door. We're going in now.
I'm saving off my mustache.
Boris, but we
Oh no, it's gonna be so bad.
It's just gonna be like chunks of glue, and you can't
Boris.
shave it off, Boris. You
Boris emerges from
Needs a
the bathroom,
solvent, not a shaver.
and he has a strip of dirty glue across his upper lip. He's managed to get most of the hair off because he's got fancy space shaver after all, fancy space razor.
But it was very useful, Cleo. It helped me to visualize my daddy as I was telling him what's what. But I need to do this as myself now.
Oh, so the mustache was just for him to look at?
Yeah, so you can look at himself in the mirror.
Boris, I didn't know you wanted a temporary mustache. You should have left that part in.
I wanted to be able to look a little bit more like my dad when I use my face in the mirror. It's very complicated. Sometimes the things in my head are very complicated and hard to explain, but it works very well. Thank you.
Well, I guess that's a blessing. Unlike Simon over here, nothing going on in that brain of his.
Simon, thank you very much for the credits. When I win big, it's positive thinking people here. When I win big, and when Boris stands up to his father, we'll come back and I'll give you your cut. I think 0.1% of the earnings would be more than enough. Don't you guys agree with that?
You hear that, Simon?
When we're walking out of the spaceship, is there like a clothes rack with maybe one of Simon's fancy jackets on the...
Yes, there is now.
Oh, there's definitely got to be.
Sounds like you're about to come into a little bit of money, Simon.
TTFN. Simon, that means ta-ta for now.
TTFN. Okay, I think I'm actually a little bit excited. But do we maybe go to the buffet first? Because
Yeah, I mean, I think...
as much as I would like to talk to my daddy as quickly as possible, maybe it'd be easier with some full stomach.
Right. Trevor, do you mind heading over to the gambling tables and just keeping an eye out? Just radio through when you see anyone arrive.
Oh, I'm on it, see. Okay, well, Cleo, I hope your trick with the weapons worked because, let's step over the threshold then, shall we?
Well, ain't never failed me before.
As we exit the ship, I want to grab Simon's coat hanging on a rack in the entranceway of the ship and thread it over one of the jelly limbs.
There we go. So Z steals a rather fine coat.
Oh no! You know how Hal's moving castle. You know how Hal's wearing it, just like draped over the shoulders, but not in the arms. That's how I've got it. It's draped over the back of the body, but the tentacles are hanging underneath it.
A big red velvety coat, gold trim, gold piping, in fact, around it.
Oh, this is probably the worst idea, actually.
Little epaulets on the shoulders, and pulls it over, wearing it sort of like a casual cape jacket.
Oh no, this is actually the worst idea ever. He's going to be pissed that I'm wearing this.
As you all strut down the stairs, down into the lobby
Why didn't I think about
of the casino, leaving behind the spaceport where you're parked up. You're given a nod from a valet. Trevor flicks the valet some credits from Simon's wallet.
Oh my god.
And you all get ready to step through the security terminals into the casino.
A place where we have historically always had a lot of luck.
Mm-hmm.
An institute of rules, regulations, winnings, and fun. I'm home.
Heck, is this customs?
Don't worry, Cleo. We just have to get through this one little bit. They're not going to ask us anything. They just want to know that we have money and don't have guns.
Yes, sir. Gambling and a buffet and... I don't want to alarm you all, but that very large ship over there next to ours, my daddy is already here.
Why the fuck did I grab that red coat?
I don't know, I like it. There's some Z energy in
I
that.
was just like, I want to look cool as we go in
I like
here.
it because Z doesn't think about it, but like somebody's gonna see it.
He's going to see it and he's going to be like, you're wearing my cousin. Why are you wearing the family colors? And I'll be like, that's cool, dude.
I'm part of the family, Daddy.
That's gonna be great. I actually think
shit.
that's gonna be a cool detail because it's one more thing that like Dick can use to
Yeah, no, I know it would be good. I just was like, oh my god, that's
Yeah.
just
No, you Z'd out right there. You did something.
But I like the whole like getting into autopilot with the character thing. Like it's
it was one of those things where it was like autopilot, and then afterwards, the player, thinking, no, that leads to so many problems that I can't solve yet. Fuck.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's
Well,
good.
I mean, I like you're basically just walking into problem. Like you've got no plan other than Boris is going to say his piece.
Well,
like
it's because, as Cleo pointed out, we can't just have this very aggressive guy with a massive private army just show up whenever he wants to, because he knows where we live now, and it's so we gotta figure it out right away. We're gonna go in. We're gonna say the honest thing, which is we live there, and then
I like how I don't know. Like I managed to organically get Boris' backstory out as well. Like, now you know who his father is, who his family is, kind of like what his life was and why he left and why he was working a dead-end job at the spaceport.
Yeah, that's nice. Holy heck! I mean, wow, that was a heavy one to come back to. We've had to do a lot of planning without getting any planning done at all. It's a very scary thing we've just walked into, possibly a den of vipers.
Possibly.
I really enjoyed that was an entire episode of working out what to do, and the plan is non-existent by the end of it.
Yeah.
And a lot happened and a lot was revealed, but somehow
we've been in admin mode for a few weeks, so now coming back to try and play went straight back into admin mode without having the brain capacity for admin mode. So
I think it's just we as individuals are a little bit better at planning than the bastards are.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what? The bastards have a good amount of luck when they need it. That's not true.
I mean, I like the plan. Yeah, you got Trevor keeping an eye on the casino floor.
Hopefully not too much, not both eyes on the casino games. Oh my God.
Depends how well or bad he's doing, doesn't it?
Taylor, you mentioned earlier Ocean's 11, and I am so excited now for this to descend into a heist for Ocean's 11.
I love a heist.
Maybe the dad's going to be like, tell you what, do this job for me and I'll fucking, and it will be heist this fucking
That's
joint
like
right
everybody's
here.
interaction with us. Like, just do this one huge,
It's
terrible
so MMO,
job
isn't
for
it?
me.
It's so video gamey. Just like, I will sign this document that levels you up if you go and do this little quest for me.
I'll give you custody of my adult son.
Exactly.
If. I will sign over Boris's emancipation agreement to you. If.
Dickie, that was incredible. Now, was there anything that you you didn't get to touch on or didn't get to bring to light?
I went into this fully prepared to do a back and forth conversation between Boris Jr. and Boris III.
Oh, so you've got a conversation locked and loaded.
Well, no, I didn't really have the conversation, but like I had to practice doing their very similar voices back and forth.
Oh my God, so Boris practicing in the mirror is really you practicing in the bathroom with yourself.
Oh, yeah, I've been through that, and it's difficult, and they're not going to be face-to-face until next episode now, but I fully expected, but I mean, the way things turned out, like hanging up on him was kind of made a lot of sense because you could start
Look, Tay's had an influence on me, Tay's taught me the ways of the hang-up. You just...
I like it a lot, and I like that we're still delaying that sort of, so he's still quite a mysterious character. Like you've had very limited interaction with him, or you've got these terrifying stories, and there's that sort of slow realization more and more that Boris doesn't really belong with these people in this world. Like he belongs with you.
Well, I mean, I am still. I think
have I ruined Boris just a little bit for you?
A little bit, but also I can't do the. Well, no, you also haven't ruined Boris, but I can't do the chat so much that I find Dr. Z wanting to say because as we learned from Z Day, Z didn't like the controlling nature of the song or whatnot, and so the idea that we just steal Boris and force Boris to hang out with us is kind of anti Z, trying to figure out how to word that without being like, listen to Z Day, and then do this,
But the whole cat treat advert thing, and the notion that maybe that's sort of central now to his understanding of cultivating friendships is I quite
leave
like
out a little bowl of treats, and if they if they like your treats, then you get to take them home, I guess. Well, heck.
We've done it. We've done another episode.
Ooh.
Yes.
Woo!
Are you guys ready for what comes next?
Probably not.
Yeah, I might listen to Benjamin's again just to get into the zone of this type of institution. Casino's the same as a fun house.
I was thinking of
Well, this is a bit more
Yeah.
sort of opulent Vegas casino, though, I think. Like, this is a bit more...
Yeah, girl, this place has a buffet.
Yeah, we gonna hit that buffet hard?
This place has a buffet and, like, I don't know, carpet.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah, lots
Benjamin's
of
doesn't
carpet.
have carpet.
I think
Probably
Bingaman's has
not.
carpet, but the
Linoleum.
carpet is kind of sticky.
Benjamin's has that, like, hard plastic carpet, and this place has the kind of carpet that if you stuck your finger in it, it would go down like a centimeter.
Yeah,
Oh.
Benjamin's has that cinema carpet where it's like it's
You can
fat,
spill a
sure,
soda
but
on
it's-
this carpet.
Little synths just going around, like fluffing up the carpet everywhere. Little like remote synths just going.
Can you imagine, like, you leave a footprint in the carpet because it's so luxurious?
Looks like carpet. Feels
And then
like
behind you,
tile.
like a little mouse droid sort of comes around and like, gets rid of that footprint.
Oh, I like it. I do like
This
it.
is like one time we had a flight connection in Dubai, and there was a guy walking behind us spraying rose water into the air, and all I could think about was, is it because we're the only people here that stink?
Following along behind, fixing the air that you just ruined.
That's crazy.
It was like the first time I'd ever seen that in my life, and and everything is like gold, like accent in the airport, like
Can you imagine
in
that just
security.
that one person's job is walking around spraying rose water?
And I was just like, oh my God, is it
crazy.
because of us?
Well,
I mean, I think that's just Dubai. Hey, they want everything to be like that. We got a lot of money, and we can make sure you know about it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now. That's exactly what's about to happen. Well, shit, that's the end, and there ain't no more. And I hope you liked it, and please sub the Patreon and get the fuck out. And
Whoa.
Thank you very much for listening. We wouldn't do it if you weren't. So keep up on that,
keep up on it.
and
Get up on it.
You know, much like
making it weird.
Dan has learnt to do with phone calls. We're gonna just have to get up on here and say bye.
Bye.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
The West Wing is locked down, sir.
Very good. And how about the East? You there, how about the East Wing?
Lockdown, sir.
Very good. My son should be arriving any minute, and we wouldn't want him slipping out of my fingers again.
Do you require something for your hand, sir?
Ah, yes, the lotion. Thank you.
Oh, that's so much worse than I thought it was going to be.
Ah, little Boris. Come back home where you belong.
Gross.
Nasty.
Nasty.
This is nasty.
Yeah, you had to go and offer me hand lotion.
I know. I was like, why are we offering him?
But now I'm imagining that BJ's got just lotion always at hand, just like
Yeah, I mean that has become
Oh
a
my
character
God.
trait now.
BJ makes weapons of mass
No.
destruction and whatnot,
No.
but has like the softest hands in the entire
Yeah.
universe.
Very small, soft hands.
Gross. Oh my God, gross.
All right. Okay. Well, it's past midnight here, so I'm going to stop my recording and get to fuck you. I think that was
Yeah.
really fun. I think it's going to be a
That
fun
was
one.
that was excellent. Like
Should we stop it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.